So AAO Flight finished 12-0, undefeated throughout the regular season, earned the #1 seed heading into Houston. One Family was 11-1 with their one loss coming to AAO Flight.
Quote-unquote revenge game for us. You know, we worked hard and we wanted to show, you know, the whole league who we really were.
If you would have told me first off before the year that AAO and One Family was going to be our rivalry, I would have probably laughed at you if I'm just being straight up and honest. Like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, the team from Arkansas with no ranked players, yeah, they're 17s, yeah, they're gonna be the ones that push One Family, but that's exactly what's happened. The crowd was again stellar, and it was packed house, coaches all around, and you know, as many people that could get around to get a view, everybody trying to get a peek at MI3 of this great game.
It was standing room only. It was high energy. It was intense, and it had, I want to say, around maybe like 150 college coaches on the sidelines watching that game.
And as you look at how this game unfolded, it was the same and different in some ways. Lane Taylor still really performed. Dad Robinson still really performed for AO, but you had Isaiah Brown and Asa and their whole crew that they put on a show too. Cam played really well. I think that's going to be an interesting story to see how Cam ends up throughout his recruitment. You're going to see it jump based on how he was able to perform, Cam Wright, in this game. And as you look at that, One Family was really prepared from a coaching staff standpoint entering this game with AO.
When you talk about a guy that's 6'9", that is built the way he is, that moves the way he does, I mean, I know personally I would not want to be assigned to guarding RJ Jones defensively. I would not want to have to take a charge on RJ Jones. I would not want to have to close out on RJ Jones. I would not want to defend him on the ball in any capacity because he's so functionally strong, but he's also really light on his feet.
There were as many coaches as you would see at an EYBL Peach Jam. I mean, the place was loaded with college coaches from all different levels. In terms of the way let's say the event in Houston was, there was no difference. The level of intensity in the games were just the same, maybe even more so because everything was so tightly packed in with courts surrounding you.
John Roby and Coach Mark Barikoff, both at Oklahoma City University in Oklahoma City, they did a tremendous job putting their kids in positions to succeed throughout the year on that Tulsa Hawks 17U team. They did a great job of also bringing in talent in the area to make that team successful. And when you look at guys like their lead guard, Keontae Tramble, who was a handle to deal with defensively for opposing guards just with his size, physicality, and skill, or Chris Mason, who picked up a multitude of Division I offers on the PRO16 circuit after having nothing coming into it.
We saw it in multiple different athletes where when they got opportunities to play the PRO16 teams, the college coaches are there. But it's not just that the college coaches are there, they may be watching the other team, sure. However, that's really the moment to shine for the next teams. You never know who's watching, and if you play well against maybe the kid they're recruiting, all of a sudden they end up recruiting you instead because they find you and say, oh man, you're the better prospect. The reality is not every kid's going Division I. So we wanted to be a platform, and we will continue to be a platform as long as I'm in this seat, that helps kids of all levels. And that's truthfully what the Next is about.
Anybody can lose to anybody. I think that's what makes our circuit so great. I think at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want to about it, but everybody's under the same roof, especially in the 17U division. Everybody's playing in the same gym.
And that's really what our next league is all about. It's about giving opportunities, starting at the Division I level, but going all the way down to JUCO, NAIA, Division III, Division II. All of those levels pay for your college.
For kids now, if they find a school that they really like and they get a really good offer from, they need to be serious about taking that offer, because the portal's changed the entire landscape of college basketball and the recruitment of high school kids. Back when I first started in 15 and 16-year-olds were looked at a lot different than they are now. They're not really recruiting that like they are now. And high school is not as not a big priority it is, because you can go into the portal and get a kid who you've seen at the college level, and a high school kid is still an unknown. And so I keep telling parents, like, if you get a really good offer, you need to take it. And if you get a coach that believes in you now, take it, because they can easily just go to the portal and find a kid that's 21, 22 years old. So that's my biggest advice for kids. When you get a good offer, take that offer.
At a young age, you can't expect to be recruited, big time, especially when you're not a top 100 player or something but especially like a player like me that's not, big, athletic, can jump high, nothing spectacular. You're not going to get looked at when you're young. So, it's just going to take time. The recruiting process is fun, but it's very tiring. You have a lot of phone calls, a lot of text messages, and a lot of worrying. So it's just a big relief to finally get it over with.
Lane Taylor now holds 10 to 12 Division I offers, and his list is going to continue to grow.
My recruiting is kind of blown up. It's insane. We've played in front of a million coaches. And at first it's kind of challenging and kind of nerve-wracking, and then you start to get used to it, and then you just realize how cool of an opportunity it is, and not many kids get to do it, so it's really neat. Your whole life, you grew up watching kids on YouTube and Ball's Life and stuff that are going to play at these high major programs, and you obviously dream of it as a kid. So it finally coming true, and you seeing that you get a chance to do it's really cool. It's something you've worked for your whole life, so it's really neat.
It definitely prepares you, because especially with our team, we played against the top competition. We were playing against high-level guys. And doing that, it definitely helps your game a lot.
A great point, too, is Jaden Haney on that team doesn't get enough love for what he did this year. Jaden Haney's probably 6'1 or 6'2. You might list him at 6'3. But he's another guy that's benefited from just the exposure that program's had, and now has a ton of Division II interest because he was the primary defender on Asa Newell.
There are a lot of coaches that are seeing that this circuit is really good, and that when the kids find the right fit, their opportunities expand.
This league is filled. I had a Division I coach tell us this league is filled with mid-major players. And to me, that is a huge compliment, because as we've seen this year in the Final Four, mid-majors can get it done and win national championships and play in the Final Four. So to me, that was a fantastic compliment for our league.
Recruiting's going good. It's heating up here with the end of the PRO16 coming up. I'm talking to Oregon State, Portland State, Montana State, and Weber State are big four right now. They're talking to me a lot. A couple junior colleges. I know that College of Idaho is talking to me with Colby Blaine, and then a couple other little schools out east. I definitely showcase at these tournaments my ability to play above the rim, big rebounding, catching lobs, getting blocks. I led Oregon 6A in block shots my sophomore year, and I'm working on offensively playing more like a stretch, and then also when I need to be playing really big on the block and posting up. I know that at the start of the season I kind of floated around and I kind of pass and then stand, but we really worked on passing the ball, cutting, screening, getting my guys open for shots, and getting in a lot of ball screens and a lot of ball screen action. The exposure is great. There's a couple games that we played where there's a lot of coaches on the sidelines, and it was a good feeling knowing that all those guys are there to watch us play.
I think that what we're seeing is right now the supporting cast for Select is showing up and showing up in a really big way. And I think this team's got potential to make a Final Four run. I'm interested when they play one of these teams that are really high level, such as a One Family, how they end up doing.
I think 2 weeks after Wichita, I committed to Florida. Drove down to Gainesville, got the academic tour, and then we had the talk after, basically stating that how much they really wanted me, how they can see me impacting the program. Leaving Gainesville, I think I called Daryl, and I was like, Daryl, I really like it, got that feeling, and this is where I want to be. Told him everything. He was like, okay, just make sure it's the right one. And I was like, Coach, I know it's the right one. A couple hours later, called Coach Golden, pulled the trigger. And now I'm a Florida Gator, chomp chomp.
He's gonna be successful. He can be successful on any team with the skill set that he has, and especially with Florida, with how much that team values defense, and that crowd is always rocking. So having him in the building and throwing down contested dunks and whatever it is, I mean, that's just gonna be awesome for that school and that program.
Ooh, committing time. You know, we're getting around there. You know, like I said, just gotta pray to God, talk to my family, talk to my, you know, my mentors. But yeah, we getting there. It's getting close. I'll just say, you know, wherever I go, my whole thought process is I'm gonna be there for 8 months. It's time to get to the league, time to, you know, take care of my family, because my family has made a lot of sacrifices. So, you know, I'm just thinking about the end goal, like where I want to be at. Team USA was a really great experience. I felt like I helped myself a lot. A lot of, you know, the older players, you know, getting college advice and coaching really helped me a lot. Ben Allen Lubin, he was my roommate when I was over there in Hungary. You know, we had a lot of deep conversations, you know, about God, basketball, and, you know, just all aspects of life. If it wasn't for basketball, I want to be out of the country. So just enjoy the experience. Yeah, so Team USA, I was with them last year, U17, where we won a gold medal. Playing with them this year really helped me, you know, find myself, you know, on the court, playing hard, playing defense. Like, my defense is starting to become my identity. You know, playing over there with, you know, other college athletes, you know, them pouring into me, so I picked up a lot of advice and everything. Last year with U17, I didn't get the minutes I wanted, so, you know, just grinding really. And coming into this year, you know, I led the team in minutes, so it's just a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication.
And then this weekend, it's been a long time coming, championship weekend, so what's been your experience so far in the PRO16?
You know, it's been a really good experience. Come here, Z. No, come here. This is my dog, Z.
What up, what up?
We out here killing. you know, this being a new league, you know, it's just been a great experience. A lot of, you know, I came from grassroots, so playing in sessions, you know, is something new to me. It's just really cool to see, no matter what circuit you're on, coaches are going to come out. So that's probably my favorite part.
Competition's like crazy high here. To go in and be able to compete and especially win, that'd be pretty big. As I get closer to getting to college, I like watching, I think my game resembles a lot of like Tyler Hero, JJ Redick, so I like watching how they get the ball. One of my favorite moves is what JJ Redick does, where he passes it to the big and then he chases it right after. And I'm trying to get that with my high school big right now, to get that for the season.
Nico for 3D Empire has been a good surprise at the point guard spot. He's very, very unselfish. I think that he probably has a little bit more to offer from a scoring standpoint than he's even showing in some of these games, just because he is so unselfish and he wants to get Kowal going, he wants to get Barron going, and I think that he's going to be a big key to them in having success in Houston.
I'd probably just say allow basketball to take me, to get me an education to better myself going into the future, because I'm not 6'8" like Kowal, where I get the luxury of being able to make the NBA possibly.
Kowal attack with 3D Empire is a talented player, long, lanky, one of the best shooters, if not the best shooter in the country for 3D Empire.
So right now we're all tied for first in the pool play. If we win first, we play at 4. I think second and third are 7:30, and then fourth might be 8:30. So
8:30 in the morning. Up at 4 if we win.
We win at 4.
Student of the game, I'm a scholastic. Platinum when I swipe, no, it's not plastic.
Best part of the day right here.
Student of the game, I got my masters. Whoa, 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 whoa.
So how would you describe the intensity between your team and all the other teams here?
Yeah, it's definitely competitive. Everyone's, giving it all they have. So my team's playing super hard, everyone else's, so it's a lot of fun to just compete.
And I just watched you go off in the last game. How would you personally describe your style of play?
I mean, I'm definitely a shooter for sure, but I can also just create off the dribble and really just a score all 3 levels. And I have 5 offers right now, but I've gotten a lot of interest from today, this weekend, and the tournaments before as well. So.
I talked about guys who are impactful on the circuit. I mentioned Isaiah Brown as probably the most impactful guy on both ends of the floor. Joe Sterling is probably a close second just because of how much he carried for that team usage-wise. I mean, as a pick and roll ball handler, as an overall advantage creator, 3-level scorer, he carried the load for that team all year long. Off pick and rolls, getting to his spots with his handle. Joe is another guy, he's not the most explosive guy off the dribble, but he'll get to his spots at will because of how crafty he is and how his attention to detail in his training sessions affects and translates over to real game time experience. His footwork, his pace, his tempo, his handle are all so advanced for where he should be as just a rising sophomore, and that allows him to get to his spots at will.
Nowadays, with the transfer portal and all that, for 26 kids to get Division I offers, when they don't always get the exposure like the 24 kids would get, that just says something to the talent that we've been able to identify and recruit onto our circuit, and we just see the momentum for that going and going and going.
JQ was unbelievable in Houston, Texas. I mean, unbelievable. He's a lefty, 6'7", 6'8". He's got the prototypical NBA wing look, and he looked like an NBA player with the way he performed. He was incredible.
And you guys were down almost 20 at one point, so can you talk about the resilience of this team?
We know as a team, we believe in each other. We have faith in each other from the bench, from star players. We all know our roles, and we have faith in each other either way, through adversity. So it's all about being resilient, keeping our heads mid-team, being calm, and not getting riled by the crowd, just playing our game and playing our Knicks basketball, and just having faith in each other. And came back.
And last question, what are you looking forward to most for moving on to the next round?
Same thing, same energy, competing. We're underdogs, staying mentally, staying humble, and go out there, compete, have fun.
JQ, a player that I'm really close with, more than just a player, he's somebody I spend a lot of time with. You know, he's over my house a lot, and so we have a unique relationship. Another guy that's super talented but very receptive and eager to learn.
My name is JQ. I play for the Las Vegas Knicks. I'm originally born and raised in Tampa Bay, Florida. Moved to Vegas around 9. I started with football. My two older brothers played basketball, and I fell in love with it, watching them play, filling their footsteps. We used to walk 2 hours to get to the gym. I'm saying we can't have a car and find a way to get there, so we always find a way. They always show me the way to stay motivated, and find a way, no excuses. Whatever we can get it was outside or walking 3 hours to get to the gym, we found a way. I didn't start playing organized basketball until I got to the 8th grade, so I was outside against older guys, older than me, bigger than me, grown man.
He came into the year with one Division I offer from Long Beach State that he earned about a year before. And normally with those things, you never know, kind of, is the school still interested? Who's still talking to him? And JQ's now a guy that's going to be a high major prospect by the way his offers are going to come in over the next 6 to 9 months.
It was fun in Houston. A couple of colleges reached out to me, like Oklahoma State, UNLV, Pepperdine, and more, etc.
I think JQ became a lot more confident in his game and in himself. And if you look at this Las Vegas Knicks group, all of them did. They went undefeated in Houston, taking them all the way to the Elite Eight after having a 3-9 regular season record.
We knew what type of talent that we had. We knew what type of team that we could be. And the kids just kept working. Once they started playing for each other and really loving the guy next to them and trusting the guy next to them, we saw a big difference.
Stand together, that's what got us here. Having faith in one another. Our coaches have faith in us. We having faith with each other and playing Knicks basketball. Playing hard and doing little things and competing. Being dogs out there, not fearing nobody.
When you're playing for the Knicks, you're playing for your family. You know what I mean? So when you go out there and play, you hear our voice. Like, hey, you gotta compete, you gotta play hard, you gotta play till the buzzer goes off. And I think that's what makes our program special, is the buy-in, it's the family.
Nebraska Supreme won the 15U PRO16 championship in the inaugural season. A really, really good run by this group. They played really well together, did the right things. were about the right things. They've got a solid coach over there that put together some solid game plans, and they executed.
Our 16 and under age division, we talk about it all the time, how stacked it is. And, you know, there's probably 8 to 10 teams that are contenders in that age division for winning the championship. And in that age division, the name that kind of jumps out to me first is Dame Givner with West Virginia Gold.
Damon Givner from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 16 years old, class of 2025. So I was raised by my mom and dad, but I was often with my granddad, and he's the one I started taking me to the basketball court and putting the ball in my hands, because he would go visit his mother, because she was in a elder home and stuff like that, and there was a basketball court right outside of it. So what I did, of course, was out of boredom and curiosity, I got a ball and I went outside. I was horrible, but it was fun. It was something I wanted to keep doing. And I told that to my granddad. He said, well, we could go to the gym. We could go to the court every morning and get you better. I'm like, cool, we could do that then. And then they influenced me a lot, man. Especially my granddad. He was just the tutelage that he gave me at such a young age, and I still keep that stuff with me to this day. He just told me the 3 Ds one time. It was discipline, dedication, and determination. He told me that acronym when I was like 3rd grade, and I just keep that in the forefront of my mind when I'm doing really anything. Just not even just about basketball. My father teaches me a lot of life lessons, and that's the stuff that I feel like I need. Because basketball is an easy game. Once you keep working, you're in the gym often, you're just doing what you need to do. But life's where you really need to be successful and need to keep your focus at, in my opinion. So just with the life lessons and also the basketball lessons and being able to correlate them and knowing when to use them in everyday situations, that's what stick with me the most, for sure.
He's an explosive kind of combo guard that can score it from all over the floor. He's a two-way guy. He's not afraid to pick you up full court and just be into you the whole time. Got great energy, obviously, if he can play full court on both ends and do it at a high level.
I like to score the ball. I have the ability to score the ball at all 3 levels. But I could ball handle, I could pass, play defense. I like to rebound, get on the glass, create outlet opportunities for my team. But I could score at a high level for sure. My recruitment, it's been slow, but I don't really worry too much about that. If I keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing, keep my grades up, keep putting on good performances on the floor, I feel like that'll just balance itself out. So I'm just taking it day by day. I'm not too worried about college offers right now. I'm just going with the process, trusting the process and stuff like that. I know that's cliche, but I'm always ready for a challenge. I gotta prove myself. I got something to prove. I'm not just trying to chase accolades. I want to actually prove something and show why I feel like I'm one of the best people. Like, I don't want to just not play anybody. I want to actually play competition so I can show why I'm one of the best. I feel like if you ain't trying to show you one of the best, then that's a little fraudulent.
West Virginia Gold and select basketball out of Idaho, that was one that had a lot of intrigue. And West Virginia Gold came through a 16-team, bracket and got to the championship game, and they were not a Pro 16 team. And Givner was a big part of that.